Welcome to part 2 of our look at how to play Private Investigations by Dire Straits. We're going to jump straight in here to the middle 8. So the first part of this then is going to sound like this. Okay, so we're starting here with a G chord by playing 7 on the G string, 8 on the B string, and 9 on the D string. We're going to play those 3 strings together. Okay, then we're going to roll off 1 string at a time. Then we play 7 on the B, 8 on the B, then 10, 8, 7, all on the B there, then 7 now on the G, and then 7 on the D. Imagine that we came into this from the end of the second verse where we had this. We're landing on that chord. Okay, the next bit sounds like this. Okay, so for this we need 7 on the B, the G, and the D strings, and then 9 on the A string. Again, we're going to roll off all of those. Then we play 8 on the B. Then we're going to hammer 7 to 8, then up to 9. We then pull off 9 to 7 on the G. And then we play 7 on the B. And then 9 on the G. Then have an A minor chord. So this is a E minor bar shaped at the 5th fret. So barring across the 5th fret, and we need 7 on the A and 7 on the D. We're going to play the B, the G and the D strings together, then the A string on its own. We're then going to move up to an E minor chord. So this is an A minor shaped bar at the 7th fret. Okay, so this is bar across the 7 there, 8 on the B string, and 9 on the D and on the G strings. We're going to play the top 3 strings, the top E, the B and the G. Then we're going to play the low E, and then we're going to play the A. So that sounds like this. Okay, we then take this shape here. Okay, so this is going to be 8 on the B, 9 on the G, 9 on the D, and 10 on the A string. We're going to roll off all of those. We're then going to have 7 on the top E, then 10, 8, 7, 8 on the B string. Just play all of that for you. Okay, now we're going to slide 7 to 8 on the B. Then we're going to have 10, 8, 7 on the B. And then 7 on the G string. We're then going to play the open D, open A, then we're going to hold down an A-shaped bar chord at the 3rd fret, so this is going to give us a C chord. So what we need here is the 3rd fret of the A string, then the 5th fret of the D, the G and the B, and we're going to play. Okay, so this is going to be the D string, the A string, and the B, G, B, and then we're going to go into a B7 chord. Okay, so this is going to be 2 on the G string, then 4 on the D string and on the G string. Play those 3 together. Okay then, so let's put all of the middle 8 together. Okay, so now we've come to the first solo. So the first solo starts off the same way the intro started, like this. Okay, so that's 9 on the D, 8 on the B, then slide 5 to 7 on the B, and then restrike the 7. Okay, then the next bit sounds like this. Okay, so that's 7 on the B, then 2 more times, then 8 on the B, then you're going to hammer and pull off 7, 8, 7 on the B string, slide 9 on the G down to 7, and then back up to 9, and then restrike it. So that gives us okay, the next section sounds like this. Okay, so for this we need to put our first finger barring across the 7th fret of the G, the B and the top E. Then we're going to put our little finger and bar that across the 10th fret of the B string and the top E. Okay, so we're going to play first of all the G, then the B, then the top E. Then we take our little finger off, play 7 on the top E, put the little finger back on 10 and pull off to 7. Then play 10 to 8 on the B string, 7 on the G, and then 9 on the D. Okay, then the next bit sounds like this. Okay, so this is going to be 5, hammer on to 8 and then pull off again. On the top E, that is. Then slide 6 to 8 on the B. Then play 7, 10 on the G. 7, 10 on the D. And then slide away from the 8th fret of the A string. Okay, we then have this. Okay, so what we're going to do here is pull off 9 to 8 on the D string and then slide it down to 7. Okay, all in one, all with just one pick. We then have 8 on the G, 7 to 10 on the B, 8 to 7 on the top E. Then we're going to go 10, 8, 7 on the B. Then pull off 8, 7 on the B. We then have 9, 8 on the G. Then 10, 9, 7 on the D. And then finally 10 on the A. Okay, so that'll be like this. Okay, the next bit is this. So this we have 9 on the D, 9 on the G, 7, 8, 7 on the B, and then 9, 9 on the G. Okay, the next part sounds like this. Okay, so for this we need a G diminished chord. Okay, so this is 5 on the D string, 5 on the B string, 6 on the G string and 6 on the top E, and we're going to roll off that. We then have 5, 3 on the top E. We then have 5, 2 on the B, 3 on the G, then 5, 2, 5 on the D. We then have this. Okay, so this is barring across the 5th fret of the G, the B and the top E strings. Roll off of them. Then play 7, 8 on the top E. And then 7, 5 on the top E. Then 5 on the B. And then 5 on the G. And then we have this. Okay, so for this we're starting here by barring across the D and the G strings at the 4th fret. Play those together. Then 5 on the G, back to 4. Okay, then play the 5 on the G again and slightly back to 4. And then play 7 on the D string, then 5 on the D, and then the open G string. Okay, so I'll just run you through that part of it. Okay, now you're going to hammer and pull off 4, 5, 4 on the D string, then play 2 on the D. Then you're going to play the open A string and the open D string. Just one, slightly rolling them off, so not quite playing them together, just rolling the A off first, and then the D, and then hammer on to the 2nd fret of the D. Then you play the open G, then 4, 2 on the D. And then you're going to play a G diminished. So this is 2nd fret of the D string, 2nd fret of the B string, and 3rd fret of the G string. Okay, so all of that. Okay, we now need an F sharp minor 7 with the flat 5, so this is going to be 3 on the A string, 4 on the D string, and 5 on the G string. And you're going to play this. Okay, so we have 3 on the A, 4 on the D, 5 on the G, back to 4 on the D, 5 on the G again, now 2 on the G, and then finally 4 on the D. Okay, so let's put all of the first solo together. Okay, so now we come to the second solo. Okay, so the first part of it sounds like this. Okay, so that's going to be open 3 on the low E string. Then going to have 2 on the A string, 2 on the D. And we're going to slide 5 to 7 on the A string. Then have 5 on the D, 4, 7 on the G. Then we have 7 on the B. Then we're going to slide 5 to 8 on the B. Restrike that on the 8th fret there 2 more times. Then slide 7 to 10 on the B again and play the 10 there 2 more times. Okay, so that gives you. Okay, the next bit sounds like this. Okay, so we've got 7 on the B, then pull off 8 to 7 on the B, play 9 on the G, slide 7 to 9 on the G, restrike the 9, and then play 9 on the D 3 times. Okay, the next thing we have is this. Okay, so we're going to be playing an E minor shape arpeggio here. So this is going to be 9 on the G, 8 on the B, 7 on the top E. We're going to quickly play all those together. So you are rolling it off one string at a time, but very, very quickly. And then as soon as you've done that, you slide the 7th fret of the top E down to 5. Like that. Then play 8 on the B. Then slide very quickly 5 to 3 on the B. Then play 5 again on the B now. Another quick slide from 4 to 2 on the G string. And then pull it off to the open string. And then another quick slide now 2 to 4 on the G. Okay, so that gives you. Okay, the next bit is this. Okay, so this is going to be 10 on the A string, 10 on the A string, then 9 on the D, 9 on the G, 8 on the B, 7 on the top E, then slide 10 to 12 on the B string, restrike it, then 12 on the top E, 12 on the B, slide 10 to 8 on the B, and then slide 8 to 12 on the B, and then restrike. So we have. Okay, and then next we have. Okay, so for this, hammer 10 to 11 and then pull back off to 10 on the B string. Play 12 on the G string, 10 on the B string, 12 again on the G, and then 9 on the G string twice. Okay, then the final section of the second solo is this. Okay, so for this we're going to pull 5, 3, open, then hammer back onto 5, all on the B string. But really quickly. Same kind of idea here on the G string now. We're going to hammer 2 to 3, pull back off to 2, pull to open, and hammer back onto 2. That's all on the G string. And again, really quickly. we then have, which is 2 to 3 on the A string, pull back off to 2, and then pull off to open. Then we have 3 on the low E, 2 on the low E, and then finally the open low E. Okay, so all of that is okay, so let's put all of the second solo together now.